Okay, welcome to episode 2 of Carrera Dave. I had a question in the comments about what sort of cars I'm racing, which is a good question actually. So you can see by the video that I've got like a few cars. I don't have too many, but I mean you can only race like 6 at a time as the track is digital. And here comes the rain. You can probably be able to hear that too. I did purchase a scalextric car in the past. You can have a look at this one. This is the BMW, the police car. And with the police car, I've sort of modified it a bit. I also put the Carrera chip in it, because as you know, you can't run a scalextrics on a Carrera track digital unless you chip it. So I will make a video on how to actually chip a car. There are a few out there, a few good ones out there, but look, you know, for peace of mind, I'll make another one, try and simplify it a bit more to what the other guys do, because I had a bit of trouble when I did it myself. But if you have a look at the car, what I actually did is I installed front police lights in it as well, where the grille is. So really the only lights that come with it are the top ones, and the top lights were blue, but I managed to dissect a die-cast toy I had and take the red and blue lights off the top. It looks a bit bulky, but I like the alternate flashing on the front. It's actually red and blue, but it looks white on the screen for some reason. But yeah, that's the police car. And as you know, they have brake lights and tail lights and everything like that. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, that's one of the mods that I've done. I actually want to do another one. I want to do a medical car. Like, I'll print my own stickers. I've got my own sticker machine. I can print my own stickers and do my own decals and save a bit of money. I recommend that you guys do the same. I mean, if you're really into it like I am, you can spend lots and lots of money on decals for different cars like the SLR, Brocky, Tirana and stuff like that. But also I've got this other one that I made. I've actually repainted this one as well. This is the Audi R8. And this car here is that one. So what happened is I bought 2 of these cars on special, and I actually modified the yellow one. So it's really a BWT car, but I changed it all around. And as you can see, I made my own little decals and stuff like that, and changed the front a little bit. I took the wing off the back. And if you can see the police lights on the top, they're actually Lego blocks, believe it or not. And I drilled the holes in the roof with I think it was like a 2mm drill, real tiny one, and put the 3-volt LED lights in, with also changed the chip on this too. I put a different chip in this one as well. So I took out the standard chip because I needed the alternating lights. So this is actually a pace car. But this is the one I was thinking about turning into a medical car. I'm not sure. Maybe I could, change it up, or I could leave it as a pace car. But then I sort of have a pace car here, which I use the police car. I know it doesn't say pace car, but it's actually a police car, and I don't really want to sort of change anything on that. But this one here I was thinking about doing. But if you have a look at this, I've set this up the same way. The front lights have got the red and blue alternating lights in them as well. I don't know if you can see that. Probably hard to see that side. You sort of just see blinking red, blinking blue. So that's sort of set up the same way. And the Lego lights on the top are very effective. Like they look like a flat bar light. My son actually came up with that idea when he was younger. And I thought, well, yeah, because the original lights that they had on them were just a plain blue light on top. So the idea was to take the blue lights off, end up drilling the holes. So I took the blue lights off this car. This one here I think had blue, and I changed it up and put red and blue on that. And then got the Lego kit and went through it and found these little tiles that went on it, and I cut them down flat, so you take the nibs off them when they click into the other Lego block, and made police lights out of them, or pace car lights, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is actually, I can probably use this as a pace car. I'll make up some signage or something rip the Exxon sign off the side of it, leave the Castrol on there, and put pace car or something like that. And I've also got the other police car as well, which is the Carrera Chevrolet Camaro. That one's sort of like set up like the same sort of principle, but it doesn't have alternating lights at the front. It only just got the top light, and I don't think it has any back alternating lights. I think they're just on. Yeah, they're just on. So yeah, that's really a police car, but this car here I would not recommend. Nice car to have for a collection, but runs like a piece of shit. It's the wheels. I don't know if you can see the wheels on it. If you compare the wheels, they're a lot bigger on it, and it's just like driving a tank on the track. No traction. It's just absolute crap. If you can learn how to control it properly, you can do great drifts in it. So it'd be good for a drift car. That's probably about all it's really good for. But apart from that, she comes flying off the track at any stage. You just don't know when it's going to happen. It just happens. But when I bought the original figure 8 set, I ended up getting the 2 BMWs with it. I don't know if you can see this, the 2 BMWs. I'll just focus in a bit more there for you. So they're the 2 cars I got with it. They're pretty good cars. They've had a bit of a beating over the years, as you can see. They're pretty well, you know, the one's lost its wing, the other one still has its wing. I think I still have the wing, but yeah, I'll probably end up taking the wing off that one too. Not really into liking the wings of the cars, but like all these ones here I've collected, I actually have not driven any of these cars. They are still in their boxes mint. This is my probably favourite, the BMW M6 GT3 Shell. I like this car. This is a beautiful car. The BWT, I've probably driven that once. This one here, I think I took it for a test run once. But my latest edition I got off eBay, and it was, yeah, I was surprised at the price of it. I've been hunting for this car for a long time, and I did not want to pay $225 for it. I ended up getting it on eBay. Well, friend, I ended up getting it for me for $80. It's Ingalls Castrol. Beautiful car. Beautiful Commodore. Doesn't have tail lights or headlights, but I am going to be in the process of putting them in. Also has not been chipped. So this is the video I'm going to make to chip this car. But I'm guessing it's the same size as the BMW, even though they're all 132 scale. But yeah, it's the same size as the BMW, and I don't have a problem with the BMW. That's just fantastic car, handles pretty well. But yeah, the Castrol one, I'm looking forward to chipping this and getting this on the track, and putting in headlights for this one and tail lights. I'm not sure on this. I'm going to actually buy some LED flat lights. I think they're 3 volt or something. And I'm going to cut slots in where the back is there and put them in. So they're red. They're actually red. They're not white. So they match it, because if you can just see, it's just actually painted. And with the front, what I'll end up doing with the front is I'll end up putting clear lights in there. I'll probably cut that right around the light, right around to the indicator part. Paint the indicator part orange, and probably put clear, some sort of perspex in with the white lights. So then we'll have headlights, so everything will sort of match. And there's another viewer there I see, he wants me to make a Weet-Bix car. I'm guessing he doesn't want me to make a brick, he just wants me to get a car and put a Weet-Bix logo on it. So I'm in the process of looking into that as well. I realise the track's not like built, but it's still in construction stage. It shouldn't be too far off. But you know, look, I'm glad you guys can come along with the journey with me and see what's going on and how it's all going. But if you have a look up here, You can just have a little bit of a look up here. This is where the pit garage is going. So I've measured it up, ready to go. I've sort of made a little bit of it, but I will dig it out of the archives and I will work on it with you guys so we can all see how it's done, because a lot of people I know like getting models made. I've actually already made a couple of model tracks inside. I've made like a overpass bridge gantry sort of thing, and I made a little grandstand, and it's all out of balsa wood. Look, you know, it's a bit to save money in the long run. I don't like paying mega dollars for stuff that's just going to sit there. I like to make my own because it puts your own creativity into your own track. So that way, it's, even though it's a Carrera track, you haven't got all Carrera parts, and it just looks like, you know, just like a magazine. This way you add your own flavour. And I notice a lot of guys lately on YouTube, I have noticed a lot of people that actually do the same thing as what I've started to do, and I have been doing it for a few years, do add their own sort of material in. I'm also looking at adding a billboard, but I've got this little TV, so I'm going to probably end up somehow connecting that up so it just shows banners of, like, you know, example BMW, Castrol, stuff like that, just flashes as you go past on the track, and that will operate on a sensor. Hopefully I can work out how to do that on a sensor, as I have a background in electronics, so I shouldn't have a problem with that. Also, we're going to be looking at doing track lighting. I actually got a few things in the mail today, which I was surprised. I ordered a couple of months ago, and I didn't think they were going to turn up. They're really tiny, but if you can see this, they are so tiny, is ridiculous. But they are actual lights, which I'm going to put along the walkway of the pit. So they're 3-volt lights. I'll end up probably wiring them in, but you can see how tiny they are. And they look really great. So I'll end up probably putting them in as well. But yeah, there'll be a lot of projects going. So it's you know, it'll be a never ending thing going. So anyway, we might leave it there for now for this one. And I think what we'll do is we'll probably continue, and we might even chip this Commodore. We'll see how we go. Okay, then we've come to that time now where we're going to chip this beautiful car. Abby, can you please pass me the chips that are over there, please? Are you serious?
No, look, there's chips inside it.
You can't chip that with these chips. What are you talking about? Ah, oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So anyway, these are the Carrera chips. Not ones you eat, but that was very well done. So we're going to put one of these in this. Okay, so what I've done is I've already pre-chipped the car. So I'm not boring you with all the details of all the soldering, but I will explain it. So this is the chip itself. As you can see, there's an infrared sensor here, a red infrared, a switch here. So you've got to make sure the bottom of the car sensors line up with the track. As you can see, it's not exactly the best holes, but they're there, they work. So what I did is I grabbed another car and I measured the distance, and then I compared it to the car on this to get the proper fit. Also, if you look at this side of the chip, you've got 2 wires here. You've got which end up going to your motor. There is a positive and a negative, but technically it's just forward and reverse, so you really can't do any damage if you connect that to your motor. Also got your tail lights here. This is your tail light section, this one here. Obviously I don't have tail lights on this car at the moment, so that won't be getting connected. And then over here, the yellow and green is your headlights left and right. They're also not getting connected at the present time. And then you've got your power, your red and black in. It's also got a plug on it, because with the Carrera Evo cars, they just plug and play. But the scalextric, you have to do a little bit of modifications. So let's just move that out of the way and I'll show you. You solder a wire onto your lug, and you plug your lug in on your left hand side. That's your red. And you got your black one here, which is your right, which is also, you can see, extended. And if you come down to the back, you've got your grey and your purple, which actually go to the engine, the motor. So when I first did it, I had this grey wire here where the purple one is, and the purple one where the grey one is, and the car was running backwards. So I ended up reversing it, and it runs forward. Now to seat the chip in, you can use hot glue if you wish, but what I do is I'll end up hot gluing it, but I'll have a piece, it's very technical this, isn't it? I'll have a piece of balsa wood across there to hold it down, because if I ever need to move the chip out, I don't want to be digging into the chip and wrecking it just to get the damn hot glue off, when I can just take this little piece off and it will actually hold the chip in place. So the first thing is, before you glue it in, just make sure your little infrared sensor's sitting in the hole correctly, and it's not going to fall out. So we'll end up putting the sensor, as you can see, is in there now, like that. You can see the sensor here, the switch is here. I can move it left and right, so that's not a problem. And I'll end up turning the car over, and we'll connect the black one to the right hand side. A bit fiddly. Geez, I need small fingers, I think. And obviously we've got the red one on the left hand side. We don't have the tail lights connected, so we'll just tuck them away for now, while we're waiting for the hot glue to heat up. Just make sure that's seated right. We'll get our little trusty bar, and what we'll end up doing is we'll be sitting the bar across here like this, and we will hot glue it down shortly, as soon as the hot glue gun's ready. Okay, our hot glue gun should be ready now. So what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of hot glue here to build it up a little bit. Of course, this stuff's stringy as crap. And we'll put some over here. And we'll put our little bar in between to hold it down, and we'll press it down so it holds it down in place. Well, that was messy, wasn't it? And then we'll end up putting a lot more on now. Let that sit, so that one holds down and glues. Right, so we've turned the car around, and we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue on the other side to hold it down. So it's pretty well set now, so it's not actually going to fall out. Was going to use super glue, but I thought, oh, hot glue will do the job. It won't be much of a problem. So yeah, we've done that now. So virtually this is race ready. Obviously we're not going to use these two here at the present time, because like I was saying on episode 1, that we will end up putting lights in here and in here, and tail lights in here. So we'll end up putting this one back together now, and she will be ready to go. we'll take it out to the track and just give it a bit of a test. I mean, obviously the track's not finished being built. Yes, obviously, you know, the track's not finished being built, but we can take it out there and give it a bit of a try to see if it runs the right direction, which I know it will, but I'm just, you know, hypothetically giving a scenario of what can really happen. Also, what I did is, they had these tyres on them, and they were really crappy tyres, and I found that the car was just bottoming out when I looked at it. But now I've got these Hancock ones, which are actually off the original BMW, and I have ordered more for the BMW, and it sort of sits on the track a lot better. So we'll go out to the shed now and we'll see if she works or not. Okay, so I've just put the car on the track and we'll test it out. First we have to program it, and to program it to a track, we'll first go to code, press the code button. So if you want it on, say, number 2, press it twice so you've got 2 lights lit up here. Come up to your wireless controller, press it to 2. Then pick up your controller, press your little red button on top so it flashes. And then press the red button at the back, and you should get all these lights come up to the end. And that programs the car, so hopefully it moves. There you go, so she's working. So that's it, that's the car chip. Beautiful, look at that. So that's how you chip a Carrera car. So I reckon, yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. It'll be heaps better once I get the lights installed in it, but yep, she's done. We'll have a look at some track stuff next that I've made. Okay, next episode we'll have a look at some stuff I've made. Here's just something here, I'll just give you an example. It's a staircase which goes to the overpass, which I made, which is this here. This is my Panasonic overpass I built. This bit here will sit under the track and it will hold it down. It's pretty flimsy. I mean, look, I was pretty happy with it. It was my first attempt at making this one. I actually want to make another one. So you've got Bridgestone on one side, that on the other. So it's actually in 2 pieces, and then you've got your staircase that joins onto it. Also, I made a grandstand, just a tiny one. You can have a look at that. That's this one here. That's the mobile one I made, but I put an added feature into it. See what you guys think of this. Oh, she don't want to work. Here we go. Wait a minute. Here we go. Look at that. The grandstand actually lights up. It says, I'll dim it down so you can see it a bit better. It's actually got a dimmer in it. Here you go. Look at that. We'll just hold it at that. There you go. So that actually lights up. I'm going to put a couple of lights underneath here too, underneath the top of the grandstand. But yeah, and I've got the stickers I was telling you about from the sticker machine, which are on the front of it as well. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I'm also doing the pits the same way. I've got the aluminium piece. If you have a look at, I'll show you. Anyway, I'll show you in the next video. I don't want to be getting too carried away here. But yeah, so this is what we'll be looking at in the next video. Alright guys, alright, well I'll catch you on the next one anyway. So, Carrera Dave, we're going to sign out for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, thanks for viewing. Thanks for everybody's comments. Really appreciate it. It's good to know that there is a community out there that appreciates what other people do. Thank you very much guys. Take care. Bye.